Hey folks, it's Brian Fitzpatrick from Moebius Adventures. See over my shoulder. Thought I'd do a quick update late this week to say hey and let you know what's going on. So I'm not on a soccer field this week, which is amazing. But we did not get to do our play test for Tattered Magicks this week. We just had a couple of people that were out. One was out sick, and one's in recovery from some other stuff. So we do have a new player coming on, which is fantastic, and I look forward to playing with Dan on Tuesday. Um, Beyond that, I did get a chance to work on a few things over the course of the week. We have um, last week we talked about the Revenant idea. So the party released a Revenant into the world who headed east out of Plunkett, Wyoming, which is a fictional, a lovely fictional town on the northwest side of Wyoming, which is where I'm setting my playtest. And the Revenant is heading east to take care of some business, and the PCs released him from his self-imposed prison in the middle of a graveyard in the middle of Plunkett, and he is heading off to do his business. Well, I'm going to start releasing little newspaper articles about his exploits, and yeah, I might post the first of those next week. We'll see how it goes. It'll be a little blast from the future. They've been fun to write. And beyond that, I had a big question about trying to figure out where this lovely story was going to go. So the idea is of the main story of Tattered Magicks is that the Fae were banished by Merlin, let's say in the 500 AD kind of time frame. So they have been gone from the world for a while now, and the upshot of that is that magic on Earth has kind of dropped. So the ambient level of magic has dropped to an all-time low. And the Fae have been mad and trying to figure out how they're going to get back to Earth because they really enjoyed terrorizing us and having a good old time using us as a slave race. So they really want to come back and torture us some more. And they're a little angry that they may have been cut loose. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So they've been working all this time to come back to Earth, and that's what this first little wave is for. The playtest kind of covers what I'm looking at as the opening salvo, similar to what we did with Aliens and Asteroids, where the Greys showed up on the moon right after graduation and of the Space Marines. So this is kind of a similar approach. Let's see. Yeah. So the Fae are going to come back mad as heck, and as they come in, magic is going to flood back into Earth and may wake up a few creatures that have been asleep for the last 15 centuries or so. And yeah. But I wanted to bring up the idea that perhaps this is the opening salvo, and then there's a bunch of things that could happen afterwards. So the main invasion is going to take place a little while later. This is just kind of a scouting mission. The goal being eventually the Fae are going to flood back into the world, and we're going to have to deal with magic, heaven forbid. So I wanted to come up with an organization that was sort of historically based. And I had a hard time coming up with one from that time period. There was a lot around the Crusades. There's some from even the 1700s with the the Illuminati. So it's interesting to see where we've had to go. I think what I've done is we've kind of taken some Arthurian legend and kind of mixed it in a little bit with um, my own je ne sais quoi, as it is, and I think I've figured out where the tattered comes from. So it'll be interesting to see um, where we go from there. However, so we have Abernathy, the Revenant, roaming the earth. We have the Fae trying to get back in, and we have this organization that is going to pick up the pieces and try and defend humanity from their former Fae overlords when they arrive. So the PCs are going to be part of this larger world as they get picked up by this organization, and we'll kind of move on from there. But it was kind of fun to kind of explore that approach to world building. It's been a while since I've looked at ancient organizations in that way. History is full of stuff to mine for ideas, and I try to do that as much as possible. So that's kind of where we're at. I do have a full draft of the next Aliens and Asteroids supplement to go out, which is an alien resource guide for the Gray Men. So I'm going to try and lay that out this weekend. And we have Eric Bloat's Adventure, which is going to come out as soon as we get the final art from our new artist, Joseph Garcia, who's been working on a couple of pieces for us. And I've started work on the next Alien Resource Guide, which is for the Skaali, which is the lizard race that we introduced in the main book. So yeah, I think that's about all I've got. So a lot on the horizon. I'm hoping to get some layout done this weekend, and we'll see if we can get some products out in the next couple of months. I don't know if we're going to get the technozombie adventure out in time for Halloween, but I'm going to do my best. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave comments at the YouTube, or drop me emails at fitz@moebiusadventures.com, or check out the website, moebiusadventures.com. There's all kinds of posts up there for Aliens and Asteroids, and for the new Tattered Magicks stuff. I've also posted some early access stuff to our Patreon site, which I'll try and remember to post a link in at the end of the video. And yeah, so all sorts of stuff going on, which is great. Writing has been fun, and yeah, looking forward to releasing it to you guys. So hope all is well. Hope there's some gaming in your weekend, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.